Good morning. Is it good morning or good evening? Good morning. Then you should tell it with much bigger voice. Good morning. Good morning. That's good. Okay, let's start. But why is it that we are all sitting in the back? Huh? Backbench mapla. Okay? I would suggest you to come little forward. Not too forward. You can come little forward. Take one baby step at a time. Appa, evlo periya step adu. Little forward, gentlemen, so that I can get a view of yourself. Ready? Okay. How many of you believe you are leaders? Why is it that few hands are rising? Why is it that few hands are not rising? Those who raise the hands, why do you feel you are leaders? Why? Or question getta or answer varano. Okay? Early morning answer sollana eppadi? This is early morning, okay? Okay, those who did not raise hands, why you didn't raise those hands? Huh? You didn't understand my question. Okay, let me ask you once again. How many of you believe you are leaders? How many of you believe you are not leaders? How many of you believe you are leaders here? Good. See, now everybody are raising. First, why you didn't rise? Doubt. You are sleepy, right? Now you are out of sleep. Okay, let me tell you an incident. You need to tell who is the leader in this incident. There's a huge traffic jam in OMR Road. Okay? There's a nice luxury car. Behind that there is a sedan. Behind that there is one small car. In the luxury car, there is a company head who is sitting in the car. Behind that there is a general manager of a company, and in the small car there is a team leader sitting there. The first person who is sitting in the luxury car, he opens the glass, he sees down and he tells, this is mad here, this city is not going to prosper. The other guy, he just sees the traffic, he takes his smartphone, he starts sending some mails. The person sitting in the third car, he plugs his MP3 or whatever you call it, and he was listening to music. But there is one person who comes in a cycle, he sees this entire mad rush, he parks his cycle somewhere in the corner, he goes along with the cop and he clears the traffic in the next 10 to 15 minutes. There are four characters in this incident. One, the head of a large organization. Two, a general manager of an organization. Three, a team leader of an organization. And fourth, a normal person who's just doing a very simple job in some part of the city. Among these four, who is the leader? Who is the leader? Why the fourth one? He took initiative. Now I'll prove that every student who is sitting here is one of the finest leader ever produced in the history of the city. Shall I prove it now? When some students by this time in the rooms will be telling, Macha, are you awake? Right? That person tells, Vera vali illada. Right? And one person, right, in the tab he keeps seeing, some kind of a stories, reading stories. Another person keeps the phone, solri. Appa thungitara. Correct? These kind of conversation will happen, but you people, very unusually, you are sitting here to understand management concepts for 24 hours. What else is the proof for you to prove that you are not a leader? Now can you come little forward? Little, please. Yeah, one. See, if you don't come, I need to come down, and then all this web recording, everything will be little, disturbed. Konjam. One row, please. Come. Ready? Good. Let me tell you what happened when we decided on this speech. Anand was telling me, Naren, there is going to be a 24 hours program. I said, wow. And the next thing what I asked him is, Anand, please give me a 12 a.m. slot. That is the first slot I asked. Don't give me any other slot. 12 மணிக்கு மேல எனக்கு slot கொடுங்க. One, naturally, I am a night owl. I work late night. I get up early and I keep sleeping whenever I get time to sleep. Okay? And next is, I also wanted to experiment. Will people listen at 12 o'clock in the night? When do we become Maslows in life? When do we become McClellans in life without doing a research like this? And now I am thoroughly convinced we want to conduct more such programs in the night, so that traffic jams will not be there, no disturbance, right? Unnecessary thoughts will not come, okay, provided if they are newly married, right? But that we need to excuse and send them out. But now we are convinced, Anand, I think we can do many more such programs. Okay, now let's come back to leadership. Okay, now the topic that is given to me is leadership perspective. Okay, there are a lot of perspectives about leadership. I am going to use this topic only with a story. The entire topic, which will take minimum 200 pages to read, and it will take minimum 1 month to digest. Let me see whether I can do a justice in making you understand this next 20 minutes. Ready? On! Ready to listen to story? கதை சொல்லிதான் எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் பழக்கம். கதை கேட்டுக்கோங்க, நிறைய கதை சொல்லலாம். Okay, the art of telling a story is how good are you in listening to stories. The story starts like this. There is a person called Anderson who was running a company which does some kind of products, sales, marketing and all this stuff. He had 2 employees with him. One person was John, the other person was Mac. Okay? The company did well. Now Anderson decided to promote. How many characters are there? Employees under him. Who are those? John and Mac. Very good. I am just checking. Mic testing, mind testing. Okay? Now, John and Mac. John was promoted and Mac was not promoted. Mac got irritated, as usual, stomach burning symptoms. Okay? He went and told Mr. Anderson, this is not fair. You have promoted John. Why not me? He said, I am not going to justify, I am going to demonstrate. He said, what? He said, see whether the consignment has come or not. He told Mac to check whether consignment has come or not. He just went, he called up and he said, boss, the consignment has come. Then he said, come here. Let me see now what Mac is going to do. Okay? And now what happened is, he said, go see whether consignment has come. He came back after a few minutes and he said, consignment has already reached Ragudon. I have spoken to customers to lift more products. He asked for a discount. I said, increase the volume, I'll give you a discount. Apart from that, there are additional products which has also come. I also started finding a new customer base for that. If you approve it, then I can send it. Then he called the guy who had that stomach burning symptoms. Who is that guy? Mac, Vivek, Vadivelu. See, are you paying attention? John or Mac, who was promoted? First, adu solunga. John was promoted. Mac was with stomach burning symptoms. Right? Correct? Adana poitu irukku? Yeah, okay. Now, he asked, right, now you saw this, tell me, what is it that you saw in this guy? He said, sir, this guy has a drive. This guy is self-motivated. This guy knows business. He has got good interpersonal skills. He has got influencing skills. Above all, he is very strategic. He is able to think and see where he can sell the other products. This is something which was missing in me. And he said, now you tell me whether you want to drink some Gelacil to reduce your stomach burning, or whether you would like to accept that your colleague is a better leader than you. He said, boss, agree. I agree. I will also prove myself. I have learned a lesson. The first perspective of leadership is called traits, or we can also call it qualities. Sometimes, right, there are certain qualities which makes us leader. Where is Naushad here? Naushad? Oh, he's having tea. He's getting ready to be more energetic, I think so. Okay. Right from the evening, I saw one person who was always trying to come here many times, talk, and prove he's the best. Let me tell you one thing, gentlemen. There are a lot of potential employers who are sitting here. You know some of them. You don't know who are the other guys. Okay. If there is somebody whom I will immediately consider for my company to come and assist me in my business, will be Naushad. I am not joking. Because I saw those qualities in him. Okay? Everybody gets an opportunity to prove your leadership qualities. The only thing is, something inside us, Ponama, Vandanda. Something is holding us. As Murli tells, there is something inside you, right? Tattu. Don't allow that to come. The only thing is, what is going to happen if I'm going to come? How many of you fear stage here? Please raise your hands. I'm not going to teach you public speaking, but I want to emphasize something on this. How many of you fear stage? So many people. Very good. Join the club. Why? Why do you fear stage? Huh? Lack of experience. You mean to tell that every 1 billion Indian was so experienced in the activities what we did to create this 1 billion population? Night. Okay? Okay, let's come back, friends. See, the other important quality that is required to be a leader is, this is the place. This is the place. You go check any leader in the world. Take up Gandhi. Take up a person like Obama or Hitler. They have one common quality called talking, speech, ability to influence people using their words. Gentlemen, till you come here, it is fear. Once you come here, the only difference between you and me is hardly 3 feet. That's it. If I sit there, I will talk in the same way. If I'm going to come here also, I'm going to talk in the same way. Nothing is going to happen. Right? But what is it that one factor is missing? Fear. Correct? How many of you have that fear? Enna fear, sir? I want to know this, because if I want to become a leader, I need to come out of fear first. What fear is that? What will happen if you come and talk here? Tell me. What will others do? What will others do? You want to talk. What will your colleagues, your friends do when you come here? They might criticize you. One. Next. If I speak anything wrong, the entire research scientists who are sitting here, who has got too much knowledge about what you're talking, will throw bricks on you. Correct? All sailing in the same boat. E MBA, you MBA, she MBA, you know X, he know Y, you come and talk, you go wrong and tell, sorry boss, I made a mistake because little knowledge less. Next time I improve, come back. I am talking, I have a lot of learned people who will be analyzing me. Why is this guy suddenly shifting the gears? Right? Sometimes when we shift gears, I find a new route to travel. I can still go and reach my destination better. Are you able to understand what I am telling? I am finding a new route to develop leadership in you. What that gentleman, right, John did not have was, probably had influencing skills. Public speaking, he didn't speak. Now let's come back to the story. Now John, Mac, they both were now working together. They are very happy. The company started growing. Okay? And then they started expanding. There was one more character called Lewis. He entered the company. Now, who is the stomach burning guy? Mac. And Lewis were given two separate units to work with. Okay? When I mean units, you take care of these products, and this guy will take care of these products, Lewis and Mac. Now, again the company is growing. It's time for them to promote. This time what happened is, Mac was promoted, but Lewis was not promoted. Lewis felt very bad. His stomach burning symptoms was 2 times more than Mac. Probably he'll require 500 ml of Gelocin to drink. And Mac said, hey, look, Lewis, don't feel bad. Go meet Mr. Anderson. He will tell you what it is. And this guy went and met Anderson. Mr. Anderson, this is not fair. I also put efforts. Mac also put efforts, but I didn't get the promotion. He said, wait. I will demonstrate. Okay? I will demonstrate. He said, come here. Okay? Lewis, I want you to ensure all these products are packed and sent by today evening by 6 o'clock. Do it. Go tell your teams to do it. Immediately Lewis went. He started telling, I don't know what you guys will do. By 6 o'clock, all the products will reach the customer's place. Sir, but the time is very short. I don't want excuses. I need results, buddy. A typical corporate guy. Yeah? And then he said, boss, I have done my job. He said, very good. Now let me see how Mac is going to handle the same situation. He said, come, let's see what Mac is going to do. He went and met Mac. Mac was given the same scenario. Lewis Anderson was standing there and seeing how Mac is addressing this. Mac said, my dear team, we have a crisis. We are in a situation where we need to roll our sleeves and work. I know that I'm going to put pressure on you, but before I'm going to give you the task, I want to tell you that I'll give you all the support that is required for you to do your job better. And then he said, what is the task? And after that, he asked his team members, now tell me what is it that we can do so that we win, we succeed in this process. One of the team members said, and Mr. Mac, why don't you increase 2 manpower in this department? Why don't you speak to the client and get 1 hour extra time? And Mac said, I will do it for you. Okay? And he called Lewis and he said, Lewis, you saw this. What is the difference between the way you worked and what is the difference between the way how Mac worked? Lewis said, I was more focused on the task. But what was Mac focused on? He said, Mac was focused on both task and the people, and the next perspective of a leadership is behavioral perspective. Though I have wonderful qualities, but if I don't bring the right behavior using my qualities, I am not going to be a people's man. Got the second perspective? What is the first perspective? First promotion, stomach burning symptom. Very good. Very good. Traits or qualities. Second perspective is behavioral. Now, company was doing very well. They took over a company, right, which was good, but it was not doing the full potential. They were not getting the full market. Now what has happened is, the gentleman Lewis was given the new business. He said, you handle the division A of this new takeover company. And then there was one more character called Peter who entered the company. He said, Peter, you will also handle the other unit of this company. Go handle. Right? They've taken over a company. They need to handle the company. Now what has happened is, Lewis was doing a good job, but Peter was not able to do a good job. When he was disturbed, he went and told Mr. Anderson, I am not able to work along with these new guys. Their culture is different. Our culture is different. I don't know why the hell you took over this company. These guys are not rolling their sleeves and working. He said, what is your problem? I cannot do this. I don't want to work in this situation. I don't want to handle this crisis. He said, let's wait. He said, come, let's go to Lewis. Let us see what he's doing. Lewis was